In version 7 of Insight, we've added a new database for both poles and footers. If we select the pole settings on the project page, we can now see we've added a definition for the profile. So we now have the choice for a CHS pole or an SHS, square hollow section or circular hollow section. We also have a new feature at the bottom, Add Style. So I'm going to call this 150 SHS. Click OK. Now this is not the default style. If I select default style, next time I add a pole, that will be the pole that will be added. We'll change the color. Pole width is 150. The pole height, this is height above ground. And because we're SHS, we select SHS. Pole lean angle, same 5 degrees, and save changes. Now when we come to the shade sail page, if we come to add a pole, the standard pole is the default value, but we can now add a new pole called a 150 SHS, and there it is. We go back to the project page, this time select footers. The same thing applies. We've got styles now added for a database of footings. In this case we have a default which is none, so the pole is exactly the same as it used to be in previous versions of Insight, where the pole started at ground level, nothing below. We now also have a new default called standard. You can change this value to whatever diameter and footing depth suits your normal business. Now we're going to add a new style, exactly the same as we did with the poles. This time we'll call this 1500 by 450, so 1500 deep, 450 diameter. Save changes. Now if this is the default you use for your business, select this as default style and save changes. So now we can go back to pole 1 here, and in the footer we can say, instead of none, we can select and again commit changes. Now this won't show in any of the designs, so if I add 2 additional poles and add a sail, we can clearly see this pole is now square hollow section. These remain the default circular hollow sections. And if I look at this in front view, there are no poles below the ground, so this is not something for visualization, but is useful in the reports section, where we now include a new report to include the length of the pole above ground and below ground. Thank you for watching. For more information, please contact support@MPanel.com.